is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chi-Town Smark, and we're here to talk about someone today. It seems to be someone's time. Someone had their biggest WWE moment to date, and if you cannot tell by the title of this video, if you are unaware of the festivities that happened last night, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially Tiffy time! Tiffany Stratton has successfully cashed in her Money in the Bank contract last night, defeating Nia Jax to earn her very first main roster title. Congratulations goes out to Tiffany Stratton. It was a very memorable moment in the history of WWE cash-ins. It seemed to have gone down to absolute perfection. If you look at the things that normally need to be involved in a good, solid cash-in, it seems that WWE managed to check all of the boxes on this one. I'm sitting there thinking about where this cash-in lands on the scale of previous cash-ins in WWE history, and I have it up there pretty high. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and venture to say that this is definitely, easily, the number 2 cash-in of all times. If you thought I was going to put this one over Seth, what are you, crazy? It is going to be very hard to ever take down that moment. It was just a moment that it had everything laid out that needed to happen. It was just a moment that had all of the factors that one would need for a great cash-in to happen, where all the stars aligned. Everything that needed to be there was definitely there for Seth. And it feels like the same thing happened last night for Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax was in a title match with Naomi last night. And with the rumors going around swirling on the internet about there being a title change, people were on the fence. People were talking about Naomi possibly winning the title from Nia Jax, or people were definitely considering that this could be a cash-in from Tiffany Stratton. The match with Nia Jax was surprisingly pretty good last night. Nia Jax and Naomi put on a very good TV match, man. I can't complain about it. It was a damn good TV match. Naomi was always someone that a lot of people thought and still believe that she should be treated a little bit better as far as her position in the women's locker room in WWE. That's why this was a moment that people thought that it was a possibility that Naomi could walk away as the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The match was pretty good. It had some near falls. It had some moments. For a second, people kind of believed it was going to happen until Tiffany Stratton came out and looked like she was about to cash in, gave the briefcase to the referee, but when he turned to go present it to the timekeeper and go ahead and start the match, she, for some reason, knocked out the referee, took the briefcase back, went and then clocked Naomi in the head while the match with Nia Jax was still going on. So it looked like another fake cash-in. It looked like another swerve, but the way they approached it, because they teased quite a few cash-ins before, it looked like they were just about to tease another cash-in, because then Nia Jax got the Annihilator in on Naomi. Naomi was down for the count, and then Tiffany Stratton got into the ring to go celebrate with Nia and Candice LeRae. So she was already there, and Nia went to go beat down Bianca a little bit more. And when that happened, Tiffany took the briefcase, went to go smash Nia with it. Nia was out of commission. Tiffany then went and got rid of Bianca Belair on the outside, got rid of Candice LeRae. Once that happened, she turned, she looked around. The crowd was hype. Corey Graves was losing his damn mind. She went back out to that with that briefcase, went to the referee, said, I'm cashing in, got in the ring. At this point, the crowd is losing their shit. Corey Graves is out there acting like this is Carmella cashing in all over again. Tiffany goes to the top, hits the prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3. You could almost see the tears that Tiffany Stratton was trying to hold in. This was her moment. This could very well be the biggest moment of her WWE career. But then again, who knows? The sky is the limit for how talented she is. I definitely see a WrestleMania moment in her future. You guys know who's on the horizon. But this is a career-changing moment. There's been previous cash-ins that just were not done very well. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this was the first cash-in of the Triple H era. And my goodness, was it done right. You had the big crowd pop when the music hit. She came running down with a referee. But instead of going straight for the kill, instead of going straight for the cash-in, he swerved us, had us think this was another tease. And then right when it was about to be said and done, boom, it started going down. This was a fantastic cash-in, man. This really did give me Seth at WrestleMania vibes. And I'll explain why. The cash-in is such a beloved moment in WWE because it represents almost like a next in line promotion in the company. It comes off as like someone who has everything that one would need to be champion. And the way that the cash-in mechanic works, it's always better for a heel to do it because we've had baby faces do it in the baby face manner before, and it just does not come off as exciting as it is when a heel does it. When a heel comes in, cashes in, and Tiffany Stratton already out of the heel bracket. I think she was definitely hanging in the tweener section as far as that goes. But that cash-in, the fans know. The people know. Everyone knows. Tiffany Stratton was trending last night for that cash. It was an incredible moment. The fans know that you have been tagged to potentially become the next champion because there have been failed cash-ins. But all of the stars were aligned. Everything was in order for Tiffany to have an extremely memorable moment, and that's exactly what she did. The crowd went insane. Commentary lost their minds. Michael Cole, everybody just lost their minds. It was a moment that will definitely be in the history books in WWE and a moment that none of us will forget anytime soon. There's been some cash-ins in the past that were just very lackluster. They were lazily booked, and you can tell, everyone knows these cash-ins all happened in the Vince McMahon era, and Vince just got us to the point where we just didn't even really care about the cash-in anymore because it was so much of an afterthought. People would win and cash in the same night. That was mostly done because Vince didn't want to have the briefcase hanging over his creative plate. So to eliminate that from having to be something he had to worry about down the road, he just got it over with the same night. People would win it and then cash in the same night, and it just didn't hit as hard. It just wasn't the same. And then the people who failed their cash-ins were definitely people that were given the nod to win the briefcase. And then at some point in time, someone thought, nah, I don't think it's right for this person at this time. And look, in a way, kind of get it, and I'll explain. It's hard to enjoy the summer. It is hard to enjoy the bright sunshine and the warm weather of a great summer. It's hard to enjoy those days if you've never had a winter, if you've never had a blizzard. It's hard to enjoy the great days if you've never had a bad day. So getting the cash-in moment is a great feeling, but having it at least in the back of your mind that a failed cash-in is possible, that does make the winning moment that much better, as opposed to everyone who's ever had a cash-in has always walked away with it. So it's definitely a foregone conclusion that Tiffany's going to win. The possibility of a failed cash-in does exist. There's been plenty of instances in the past where it's happened. This time was definitely not going to be that time. We could all tell that by the way Tiffany Stratton has been booked, the way that she looks, the way that she carries out her gimmick. Tiffany Stratton is an absolute find. She's a blue chipper, all right? She is someone that definitely keep your division at its highest level. She is definitely going to be a locker room leader in this company or any company one day. There's been failed cash-ins. There's been cash-ins that have been lackluster and lame. Remember Nikki Ash had a cash-in on Charlotte? It just wasn't exciting. It really wasn't. I think that they hoped that her cashing in on Charlotte would help get Nikki a little bit more heat. It didn't help. No one really appreciated or liked the Nikki Ash gimmick. That was a Vince McMahon thing. He loved it. I don't think too many people loved it. I don't think Nikki loved it because the second she was able to get out of it, she was happy as hell. It was just something like Alexa Bliss cashed in on Nia Jax. Lame. Alexa Bliss cashed in on Ronda. Still lame. Big E cashed in on Bobby Lashley. Big E is an absolute fan favorite. But for some reason, I don't know why, and this was Big E's first title, so that was huge. But for some reason, it didn't have that feel to it. I can't put a finger on it. I can't explain it. It just did not have that feel to it. Dean Ambrose cashed in on Seth. That was an amazing moment. That felt like a great moment right there. Maybe it's the fact of when the people cashing in, when they have a history, when they have a past with the one that they're cashing in on, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what makes the moment that much better. That could be it. We have the idiots who cash in ahead of time and get a full match. Lame. And then lose the match. Braun. Just lame. RVD did cash in ahead of time for the ECW title, and he did come out successful against John Cena. But still, just lame. It just came off lame to me. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. The cash-in has become one of the most exciting moments of the year, WWE. It makes that ladder match that much more important. And the payoff, the cash-in, is something of legend if done correctly. And they hit a home run on this one. Fun fact, Roman Reigns has been cashed in successfully on twice. John Cena has been cashed in successfully on twice. This is Nia Jax's second cash-in on her. But there is one that stands above the rest with 3 cash-ins on her. That is the Queen Charlotte Flair. She has been cashed in on 3 times. Wow. Nikki Ash cashed in on Charlotte. Who else? Carmella cashed in on Charlotte. And Bayley cashed in on Charlotte. The Bayley cash in, it was a great moment as well. But even still, thinking it doesn't pop out at you as one of the top tier, but it was a great moment. It was definitely a great moment. It also helps when it's their very first championship too. Sheamus cashed in to win against Roman, and it was like Sheamus's 4th world title. It's good to see for Sheamus to get that rub, but he already had 4 world titles before that. It's not as exciting. When you get that very first title, that's the moment. Your first title against a rival when you're a heel and the crowd is still behind you. But that is the biggest pop a heel is ever going to get when they run into that cash in, man, because the crowd knows it. They know what's coming, and they know that moment is about to happen. Everybody's on their feet. The roof is about to be blown off. Everyone's losing their shit, and then boom, you cash in. Man, what a moment. Congratulations to Tiffany Stratton, Ludwig Kaiser. No one likes him right now. I just wanted to talk about this fantastic moment that will go down in WWE history. The cash in is always exciting. And last night we had a successful cash in and a successful moment that will go down in history. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Also, if you have not heard already, be sure to go and join my Patreon. I will put the link in the description down below. There are free tier, well, there's a free tier, and there is content currently there right now. Also, shout out to my very first paid Patreon subscriber, Ali 1234. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I will never forget the first person to actually subscribe to my paid tier on Patreon, brother. I woke up this morning and saw that, and I couldn't believe it. So shout out to Ali1234. If you are not a part of Patreon, guys, sign up for an account. It's free. Sign up for my membership. It is free to see some of the stuff that I may end up putting up there. But I will be putting plenty of content on there because it doesn't get restricted just like it does on YouTube. So once again, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Peace.